Let's have some fun. I'll meet you there.
All right, so you guys are searching around on the internet for a cheap archery target, and you end up on Temu.com, and you see all these targets that look like this. How well are they? How well are they constructed? Can they take broadheads? Are the arrows hard to pull out? All that kind of stuff. I've got all kinds of questions. But hey, if you guys are new here, welcome to the DG Outdoors channel. My name's Daniel. And guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on this layered target that I got on Temu. And we're just going to see how well this stops arrows and crossbow bolts and broadheads. I'm going to bring broadheads out and just tear this target up and see how well it performs. So this should be a fun video. Alright guys, so I'm going to be honest with you. I got this at Walmart.com for 40 bucks. Okay, Temu actually has this same exact target on sale for like $30 to $35. So it wasn't that far off. I just didn't want to wait that long for the target. But what we have here is a multi-layered foam target. You guys can see right here all the layers of foam in it. Okay, and it has these green targets on 6 sides. Okay, you've got 5 targets a piece on each side, and it's not even a sticker. It's kind of like a rubbery spray paint style material. Now, what is exactly inside this target, I am not sure. It could be stuffed full of scrap material, foam, things like that. It could be a solid core foam. Unless I completely pull this target apart right now, I'm not exactly sure what's in here, but we'll probably find out when we shoot broadheads at it. Now, this does have 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. And if you wanted to, you could actually shoot right here too. So it's kind of like a miniature Reinhardt 18-in-1, but not really. They do make a bigger version of this that is almost kind of like the Reinhardt 18-in-1, has all the little targets in here. But this target is small. You guys can't tell how small it is, but it's 9 inches by 9 inches by 9 inches. Okay? It's a very small target. At the same exact time, it does have a nice little carry handle on it. So you can just sling it out there and shoot it, throw it in the bed of your truck, whatever you got to do if you just want to have a great time shooting. Now, on Walmart's website or Temu, because I've looked at both and a lot of listings for this target, it doesn't say that you can't shoot broadheads on it at all. We're going to shoot broadheads. It's kind of a very like squishy foam. You guys can see like I'm squishing it really well. Now this material it says it's made of is like an XEP material, if I remember right. XEP or XPE or something like that. I'll post it right here with it. And yeah, I just want to see how well this thing holds up to broadheads and field points and all that kind of stuff. So I have crossbow bolts, I've got arrows, that kind of thing. We're going to shoot it at 20 yards and see how well it performs and if it's going to hold up and stop arrows and all that kind of stuff, y'all. So another thing I'm wondering about this cheap Temu style target here is it going to spin on you every time you hit it with an arrow or a bolt? Because it really does. Look, I'm picking it up with one finger. It doesn't weigh that much. Another thing is how well is it going to hold up in the weather after being out in the elements for a while? I don't know what kind of glue they use on this or adhesive. I'm not exactly sure. But what do you get for $40 off of Temu? That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm asking, you know? And so that's all we're going to do is test this target. So let's get to shooting it, guys. First up, compound bow. Okay, so when I say this archery target is small, it is small. Here's the size of it compared to my other archery targets. It is very small. Here's what I'm seeing at 20 yards for that little 9-inch target down there. It is small. It is small. But we're going to start with the compound bow and shoot it with field points. We'll move on to the crossbow and shoot it with field points. And as we go, we'll check penetration. We'll see how easy it is to pull the arrows out, all that stuff. And then we'll move to broadheads with the compound and broadheads with a crossbow and see how that goes. Okay, so nowhere on the website, Temu or Walmart.com, did this tell me it'll stop bows up to this poundage. It'll stop crossbows up to this many feet per second, anything like that. So we really have no information out here. We're just going to shoot and see what happens. So what I am using for a compound bow is my SAS Scorpy set at 42 pounds. We're at 20 yards. I'm going to try to hit the 9-inch target with some arrows, and I'm going to take 3 shots. Hopefully I can hit it. So here we go. I'm pretty sure I hit that target. I'm not sure, but there's my first shot. I saw the target move, so here's my second shot. And third shot. And honestly, I only need 1 arrow to actually hit the target. This is very hard to see. Alright, third shot. Wow, I'm very impressed. I hit the target. And I'm not exactly sure which arrow was which. I think this was my first shot right here. Not too bad, but guys, look, they stuck through the back. 2 of them came through the back if you hit the top of the target right here, and that's a 42-pound compound bow. But the one where I hit mostly the center here did not go through at all. All right, so the next thing, how hard is it to pull these arrows out of the target? Okay. Well, we'll see. Wow. Okay. All right, so the one that was in the center of the target here wasn't hard to pull out at all, but the ones that are sticking all the way through the target, holy smokes. Oh my gosh, I can't even get this one out. Step on it, baby. I don't want to break my arrow. This arrow is not coming out of the target very easily at all. Like, it's not budging whatsoever, so come on now. Oh, there we go. I don't want to break my arrow, but I'm not even sure if this is self-healing foam either. So like I said, the top 2 arrows were super hard to pull out of the target. Okay, but this one right here wasn't hard to pull out of the target at all. And it doesn't look like these are healing up at all. And I think one of the claims on the website, was that it is self-healing foam. Yeah, or they call fast recovery foam. I don't see it. So for my crossbow bolt field point test, I'll be using my Viking FX crossbow here, FX1, and it's got a 175-pound pull, shooting a 16-inch bolt with a 100-grain field point. And I'll be using my other crossbow for the broadhead test. So let's take 3 shots at the Temu target here. Second shot. there's the third shot. Here are my 3 shots from the crossbow. Now, the third shot right here skimmed through the top of the target. You can actually see where the bolt's going through there. And so it did penetrate all the way through. But the ones that were more in the center of the target here did not go through. And that's a 250 feet per second crossbow. So what I'm learning, as long as you're staying in here, you might actually be able to shoot this target quite a bit if you can hit a 9-inch target. Alright guys, so I'm going to try pulling out this one. Okay, so this crossbow bolt here towards the center came out like butter. Both of them did, no problem whatsoever. This one, it's a little tough to pull out. But I got it. They came out a lot easier than the compound bow arrows, which is crazy. So, the next step, broadheads. All right, guys, so for the broadhead test with a compound bow, these are 100 grain 3-blade CV Life broadheads that I actually killed my first deer with. This exact set of broadheads here, and I haven't shot broadheads out of this SAS Scorpy in a long time, so I'm hoping I can actually hit the target. So here we go. So I haven't even shot broadheads out of this bow in a while yet, so hopefully I can hit the target. Alright guys, so I kind of hit it off to the side a little bit. It did go all the way through the target into my my foam layered target here, barely with the point. There's 2 ways I could pull this out. Pull it straight out or unspin the broadhead. Problem is, these were one of my hunting broadheads, and I glued the broadheads in, so there's no way of, you know, unscrewing it, and I don't want to cut myself. So, alright, so it's pulling hard. It's gonna pull all this stuff out of it. Yeah, you are gonna tear this son of a gun up using broadheads on, I can tell you that. So it's already creating a good crater in there. If I push the arrow all the way through, that's not working either. So, yep, she is not coming out very easy. It's caught in the layers of the foam, as you guys can tell. So I'm gonna work and try to get this thing out. Check this out. The broadhead is in the target, but if you guys look down here, you guys see that white part right there? Get off there, Sweat Bee. You guys see that white part down here? That broadhead was glued in here with super glue. It is now stuck in the target. You see it right there? I'm gonna see if I can get it out and see if it actually broke the ferrule of the broadhead where it like screws down into your arrow or not. So we're gonna do a little bit of surgery here. I wonder what's in here anyways, but I really don't want to cut myself either. But yeah, I'm gonna hack at it. It's way down in there. Well, I don't even see it in here. I literally sliced all the way down and I probably just like buried it deeper in there. So I can't see, but I know it snapped the broadhead off of here. Only reason why I shot one arrow with a broadhead on it out of the compound bow is because I only have one practice bolt for my crossbow, and I'll be shooting my Wild Game Innovations XR250B in this clip But I made a practice point last year. This is a 125 grain Swacker. I believe it's the number 207. 2 3/4 inch cut, if I remember right. So we're going to send this out to Target and see how well it performs. Maybe it'll be easier to pull out, it being a mechanical. Not sure, but we will find out. Here we go with the broadhead crossbow test. 20 yards here. Shooting a 125 grain Swacker. Alright guys, look, we did get a bullseye. We did not get a complete pass-through, which is good. But I can't wait to see the results of getting this out of the target, if it's going to pull out any easier. Just so you guys know, just like my fixed blade broadheads, when I have a hunting broadhead or a practice broadhead, even if it's a mechanical, I glue the mechanical shut and I glue it into the bolt so it becomes a practice bolt. So let's see how easy it is to pull this out. Okay, it started to come out real easy, all right, and then it stopped. And I guarantee you, this is gonna unspin just like the other one because the bolt's actually spinning in here. I try to pull it. Nope, it came out, but look, it was unscrewing itself right there, see? And I believe I had these things glued in with super glue. At least I think I did. But either way, it was really, really hard to pull out of there. Right? Really hard to pull out. What? I have no idea if that's dirt that's in that broadhead. See in there, or if there's like sand in here. Honestly, I have no idea. But I did get my broadhead back. It didn't go all the way through the target. When I cut this thing open, you know, it seemed like a whole bunch of layers. There isn't a lot of weight to it, so every single time you shoot it, it's gonna move. So do I recommend this target for 40 bucks? Sorry, camera angle is a little wonky. It stops my arrows, right? But the weird thing is, it'll stop a 250 FPS crossbow bolt. As long as you shoot it here in the center, it'll stop it just fine. Same with the broadheads. But if you shoot anywhere towards the top, you're going all the way through. So I really don't know what to think. But I wanted to show you guys what might happen if you do decide to buy this target or you're not sure what to get. And so you're like, oh, there's an archery target. Number one, it's really, really small. Okay, and it cost me about 40 bucks. The second level up, the 15-inch target that looks like a Reinhardt 18-1 but isn't, is going to cost you close to $60. Okay, so are these little like Temu targets worth it? I don't think so. I really don't. But it's been fun making this video for you guys and showing you guys what might happen if you buy one of these. You know? Yeah. Did it self-heal? Nope. It didn't self-heal at all. I broke a broadhead in here. So the only thing is, it did stop some of my arrows, not all of them, but it did stop, like I said, as long as you shot towards the center of the target and all that stuff. So guys, I'm gonna get out of here. This has been a fun experiment. I got both crossbows out, got the compound, got to shoot some broadheads at it, and yeah, I don't know. I still don't know what to think about this target. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all remember, like, comment, subscribe. Remember, Jesus loves you. Remember to push. Pray until something happens, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.